BlueFire Ethanol is marking a new era in the production of ethanols and replacement fuels for gasoline and for our diesel fuels. BlueFire Ethanol is playing a critical role in meeting the needs of this nation's energy security today. We produce fuel from the materials that society values the least, which is its waste, its trash, and convert that into a gasoline replacement. We differentiate ourselves because we do not use food products to produce our ethanol. Traditionally today, ethanol is produced either from corn or from sugars that are produced from sugar cane and the like. Today, in many parts of the country, agricultural residues, the corn stalks, the rice straw, the wheat straw that's left over after you harvested the actual food product, this material now is cut and taken off the field. It's no longer tilled into the soil because we're trying to avoid the dust bowls of the 1930s and the like. Well, that material now becomes a waste stream that goes into our landfills or has to be otherwise managed. Our process, BlueFire Ethanol's technology, will take that material and convert it into a high-value transportation fuel, which is ethanol. By taking that material out of the possibility of decomposing in the landfill or whatever, we generate huge carbon credits. So we're very green, we clean the environment, and it's healthier for all of us as a society to take our type of technology and process the ethanol. Our technology, the concentrated acid hydrolysis technology, is about double the energy content versus, say, corn, or triple what it is versus gasoline in terms of a net energy balance, because we take much less energy to produce that gallon of ethanol than is otherwise required, say, to produce that gallon of gasoline. Because we do not have any type of hazardous waste or biological waste that comes from the plant, it's all very clean. And as a matter of fact, everything that comes into the plant, we convert into a value add product. So in the case of the waste materials, whether it's the wood waste or green waste or agricultural residues, we break those down into its constituent components. We produce the ethanol as an end product. We have gypsum as an end product, which is an agricultural application that goes onto the land to help produce, a vibrant soil to get the plant materials to grow. We have the lignin, which we then convert into energy for the plant itself to provide steam and electricity. And then we do have some yeast bodies. The yeasts do have a life cycle of their own, and those yeast bodies end up becoming a high-value protein feed that's blended into animal feed, typically for pet foods and the like. So we do not have any waste streams in the classical sense of coming out of this plant. Everything is an end product that can be utilized and sold into the marketplace. Our technology is cleaning up the environment. It's reducing the carbon footprint. It's reducing the fact that we have waste that's going into the ground. It's extending the life of the landfills so we don't have to build new landfills. We're utilizing the existing methane gas that's produced at the landfills and utilizing it in such a fashion that we're actually reducing its impact into the environment. Today, this country imports over 25% of its gasoline in a finished form from those countries because we're short of refining capacity. If we take that 25%, which is roughly 30 billion gallons a year, and produce it here in the United States, that's 30 billion gallons a year that we do not have to depend on from, again, foreign countries to supply our energy needs so that we can run our cars and our trucks across the roads in America. We have that ability to offset our shortfall every month in our budgets where we import more than we're exporting from this country. Over 43% of our nation's deficit on a month-to-month basis is attributable directly to importing fuels into this country. We could offset that deficiency. The impact to our GDP would be huge. We would have a better lifestyle. Our gross domestic product would be much better. We could offset much of the negative also in the other products that we're exporting versus importing, because the dollar would be much stronger. So companies like BlueFire Ethanol, where we can produce fuels and go offset what we're importing, plays a critical role in the eventual security for this nation today and for our children and for generations to come. BlueFire Ethanol licensed the technology to a company in Japan to demonstrate the efficacy of this technology being used as an export product for the United States. The Japanese government funded 2 facilities that use the Arcanol technology, which is BlueFire's technology today, to demonstrate that ethanol could be produced from cellulose in Japan and then burned in their gasoline and blended, just the same way we do it here. And so on the strength of 4.5 years of operation at the Izumi, Japan facility, has proven the success and the viability, economic and otherwise, of the BlueFire technology. Today, BlueFire Ethanol's technology is the only technology that has been demonstrated by a third party in a foreign country. This is critical because it's not BlueFire saying a technology works. It's actually a third-party company we did not own, did not control, had no direct interaction with after we licensed the technology, that proved that the BlueFire technology works. It is the most mature technology going into commercialization that exists today. BlueFire Ethanol's technology is ready to go today, and that's why we're building plants. We're building commercial plants today. The other technologies that are being promoted, whether it's enzymatic, gasifier technologies, other sources of feedstock like algaes and purpose-grown energy crops, they are still a distance off. Maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years, or even longer, as these technologies are matured and then demonstrated to be commercial. We've gone through the demonstration of proving that we're commercial. We've gone through all of the improvements that need to do to be able to make this economically viable today. And we can make ethanol economically viable down to $50 a barrel oil.